The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
What truth?
That you are a slave, Neo. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind.
Hello, and this video is about Loski and the fact that he got found guilty in his latest trial, in which he is facing, or it already happened, so he faced 7 years in prison, allegedly. I'm not gonna waste a lot of time on the intro, but I'm just gonna do as I always do, break down the numbers and show another event that has been scripted. And it's funny because there's actually a lot of synchronicities within the numbers, and sometimes, don't get me wrong, I have to play devil's advocate on my own self and think maybe it could be a coincidence, maybe, you know, this actually might be real. And I'm not saying every single incident that happens in the media is fake, but majority are scripted to a high degree. A lot of these guys in the industry are not real. When I say that, I mean they're playing a role which they have to fulfill for many different reasons. And based upon the numbers, it's pretty hard for me to disclose that this is a real event. When I think maybe it's a coincidence, it makes me have to look more and find more than one thing. Because, you know, one thing here could be a coincidence, two things maybe. But when there's multiple like synchronicities of the numbers, it's kind of hard to believe that it's not true. But anyways, going straight in, Loski does have symbolism in his pictures, which you'll see the devil horns, the brick wall. And again, these things could be coincidental, but you know, some people do these signs like not knowing what they really mean. So like, yeah, you can give the benefit of the doubt to some degree, but it's hard when you combine that with the synchronicities within the numbers to then say that the signs they're doing is fake. They're not doing it because they're part of any club. The numbers, it's just a coincidence. Like, it's hard to dismiss all these things. That's what I'm trying to say here. Like, it's very hard to dismiss all these things because you try to give benefit of the doubt. Okay, this picture here with the devil horns and the brick wall, maybe, you know, a lot of people take pictures throwing up devil horns, and he might have just happened to be by a wall. I do factor these things in, but when I combine it with the preciseness of how some of the events related to these guys happen, it's hard to like just dismiss it all. That's my thing with this. But yeah, anyways, he made his post on the 5th talking about getting a minimum 14 if he gets guilty. He actually got found guilty on the 4th. His post came out on the 5th, and then he got given his sentencing on the 6th. He actually got 7. Now, minimum 14 if I get guilty is interesting because the day he got found guilty was the 1st of the 4th, and 1 and 4 equals 14. And then 2023, the numbers add up equals 7. We're in the year of the 7. And that's the amount of years he got. In fact, the day he got sentencing was on the 6th, and 6 plus 1, which is the date of when you got sentenced, equals 7. And then 2023, if you add all the numbers up, equals 7. And he got 7 years. And we're in the year of the 7. He got arrested with a revolver. Revolver equals 99 in reverse cipher gematria. And he got arrested April 9th, 2019, which is the 99th day of the year. His full name, Jairell Justin O'Connor, equals 266. And on April the 9th, leaves 266 days in the year. So, you see, it's very hard to kind of dismiss the preciseness in these numbers, because he got nicked with 266 days left in the year remaining, and his full name equals 266 in gematria. Also, April 9th, 2019 equals 126 in the reverse cipher. And his birthday, which is May the 6th, is the 126th day of the year. So the day he got nicked equals 126, and his birthday is on the day 126. There's a lot of 48 synchronicities as well. April 9th equals 48. January 4th, 2023, which was the day he got found guilty, equals 48. He had a gun charge, which equals 48. And drill music, in which what he does equals 48. All in the reduction cipher. 48 and 84 reversed. Jesuit Order equals 84. Flaubert Revolver, the gun he had, equals 84. And Kenneton, where he's from, equals 48, which is 84 reverse. Gyro, his first name, equals 102. Jesuit Order equals 201, 102 reversed. Flaubert Revolver equals 210, which is 102 just rearranged. So the same numbers. The day he got nicked was because of a friend of his that got fatally stabbed the year before in what was believed to be a revenge attack by a rival gang. So this is initially why he got stopped in the car that they found the revolver in, was due to a killing of his friend, so murder. And if you watch my video on the satanic draw agenda, I talk about how the draw agenda is very heavily linked to murder and death and violence. It's very fitting that this day he got nicked was because of something, a murder that happened. And then he got 7 years, which equals 43. He did a freestyle that came out on the day he got sentenced, equals 43. January the 6th, which was that day, equals 43. And firearm equals 43. Murder equals 3-4, which is 4-3 reversed. And the whole reason he got stopped was because he needed questioning for a murder. Rapper equals 34, which is the same number as murder. April 9, the day he got stopped and arrested, equals 43. And then Lucifer equals 43, which is important as well because there's a lot of Luciferian symbolism within this particular ritual. He's associated with drill music, and as I talked about again in one of my last videos, satanic draw agenda, is heavily linked with Satanism. And I'll show that a bit later. It's heavily linked with Satanism, Luciferianism, and Lucifer equals 43. And the date between the day he got found guilty, January the 4th, and his next birthday is 4 months and 3 days. Same number as Lucifer, 43. And the amount of years he got equals 43, and freestyle equals 43. The day he got sentencing equals 43. So there's a lot of 43 symbolism. Then we got his Instagram name, Loski Harlem Spartans, the name of his gang, equals 123. January the 5th, which he made his post talking about being on the verge of going to jail just before he got sentenced, equals 123. And Kenneton, where he's from, equals 123. And the date between the day he got found guilty and his next birthday is 123 days. So his name equals 123 on Instagram, and it's 123 days between the day he got found guilty and his next birthday. One of his charges was firearm possession, and he said in his caption on his final post before he actually got sentenced that he's been fighting this charge for 3.5 years, and 3.5 years equals 239. Firearm possession equals 239, and on his birthday leaves 239 days of the year left, 239. There's also a lot of 3 symbolism. You know, he like to use the number 33 for deception. So you notice that he'd been fighting the trial for over 3.5 years. He had 3 charges against him, and he had 3 trials. So he'd been fighting the case for 3.5 years. He had 3 charges against him, and he had 3 trials. So that equals 333, the number of deception. Then January 6 equals 33 in full reduction. His first name, Gyro, equals 33 in full reduction. And his stage name, Loski, equals 33 in reverse reduction. And actor also equals 33. UK Drill equals 33. He got 7 years, which equals 137 in the reverse cipher and gematria. And 137 is the 33rd prime number. Number of years he got is 137. So again, 33 symbolism. This is why it's hard to believe that this is real. Like, it's very hard to believe that this is very real and everything I'm saying here is just a coincidence. There's also a lot of 38 symbolism. Of course there would be, because 38, if you watch my videos, I show that 38 is a number that is associated with death in gematria, and this is an agenda or a genre that is heavily associated with Satanism, death, violence, murder, which I talk about in my satanic drill agenda video. Murder equals 83 and 38, death equals 38. And then you got January 4, 2023, the day he got found guilty, equals 38. Rapper equals 38. April 9, the day he got arrested in 2019, equals 38. Lucifer equals 38. You got 7 years, which equals 38. So you can see that there's a lot of 38 symbolism. Then from the date he got arrested back in 2019, April 9th, to the day he got found guilty, and even the day he got sentenced, equals 3 years and 8 months. So 38 again. And then this is also interesting. The freestyle he dropped before he went to prison, so his last song, which was called the Liberation Freestyle, equals 338 in the reverse cipher in gematria. And it was exactly 3 years and 38 weeks between the day he got arrested and the day he got sentenced. 3 years and 38 weeks, which is when he dropped his freestyle, which equals 338. And then from the 38 we'll go into the 6 symbolism, because of course there'll be a lot of 6 symbolism because it's associated with Satanism, the genre that he's a part of, and the agenda that he's pushing. Altogether, between the dates of him getting arrested and the date he got found guilty was 3 years, 8 months, 3 weeks and 6 days. 38, and you got the 36, and the 36 triangular number is 666. And he even said in his post that he had 3 trials, so he got judged by 36. I got judged by 36. So it shows that's again the 666 symbolism. He got judged by 36. And the 36 triangular number is 666. If you times the whole numbers of the day he got sentenced, also equals 36. So the first of the 6, 2023. The day he got arrested between then and his birthday that year in 2019 equals 3 weeks and 6 days, 36 again. So 666. Even his birthday this year, which is the 5th of May, so the 5th of the 6th, 2023, if you take away the 0, because anything times 0 is equals 0, so you would take the 0 off, equals 360. Again, 36. The 360 is important because Lucifer in Satanic Gematria and the reverse Satanic Cipher equals 360. And the day he posted his last post before he got sentenced on January the 5th leaves 360 days remaining in the year. And Lucifer equals 360 in Satanic Gematria. And if you add the numbers of that day, it equals 18, which is 6 plus 6 plus 6. So again, 666. Then his name Loski in Ordinal Cipher equals 66. Drill Rapper equals 66. And Loski Harlem in reverse reduction gematria equals 66. Drill Agenda equals 66. Again, showing his links to Satanism. What's very interesting is that the genre drill itself shares 7 ciphers with Satan. So I can't emphasize enough how much that this genre and the agenda being pushed within this genre is heavily linked to Satanism, because drill and Satan literally share 7 ciphers. You can see for yourself 55, 80, 35, 330 in Sumerian, reverse Sumerian 480, Satanic 230, reverse Satanic 255. This is not a coincidence that the name of this genre shares literally 7 ciphers with Satan, because this genre is heavily associated with violence, death, blood, because obviously violence and death leads to blood. It has a very heavy link to Satanism. And then finally, there's a lot of force symbolism as well, because the day he got found guilty in Satanic Gematria, January 4th, 2023, equals 444, and January the 4th by itself equals 444 in the reverse Satanic Cipher. Lucifer also equals 444, and Rapper also equals 444. And the date between the day he got nicked, April 9th, 2019, to the day he got sentenced, January the 6th, equals 44 months and 4 weeks. So 444 again. And then even his birthday, May the 6th to January the 6th, 2023 equals 44 months, so 44 again. And as you can see Lucifer shares the 74 and the 38 again with 7 years. You've got 7 years in the year of the 7th. So all in all, with that being said, it's very, very hard to believe that this is all coincidental and the numbers within this is just a mere coincidence. Me personally, when there's this amount of synchronicities, to some degree this has to be planned. This is too much synchronicities. And if you watch my Satanic Drill Agenda video, I speak about the links that the Drill Agenda has to Satanism, so I won't really do that here because this video is just about the trial itself being scripted. I'll leave it there for now. The devil's greatest trick is to convince you that he doesn't exist. So on that note, peace.
I always tell the truth, even when I lie. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. You need people like me.